You can talk all you want about my concentration difficulties. Just keep it short. And welcome to Shave&Butcher for another shave. And tonight, very late Swedish time, is going to be the first game in the NHL 2021-2022 season. And here's the team: the Montreal Canadiens, les Canadiens Montréal, the Habs. They're going to play tonight. So I have one soap from Quebec, and it's Groom Industries, lesindustriesgroom, shaving soap, using that. And I purchased that in Ottawa, actually. And this is just outside, still in Quebec. But I think this is, or is it Montreal? I can't remember. Aftershave and balm matching, little sample thingies that came with, so we're doing that. Brushes, horsehair, Zenit, and the razor. I haven't used this in a while, but you've seen it many times. It is the 1 inch Erik Anton Berg Swedish razor from Eskilstuna. Bit of a ugly duckling, but it's phenomenal. It is really, really good. No Canadian wine in the house, but a bit of French Côte du Rhône. All that's missing is a bit of poutine. Have you had poutine? It's the best. If you have enough poutine quickly when you're young, you're okay. You know, your heart gets used to it. Otherwise, if you eat too much of it, when you grow up, you're gonna have a heart attack. Poutine. Yeah, so I love Quebec. I haven't been everywhere in Quebec, but I've been to a few places. I've been to Quebec City quite a lot, Montreal quite a lot. I've been to Saint-Félicien, if you know where that is, Lac Saguenay. Been to Ottawa, which I guess technically is Quebec. Been to Trois-Rivières. I've been to, I can't remember, quite a few places a bit north of the St. Lawrence River. And so I've been in the southern half, or southern third mainly, which is where most of the action is. And I just like it. It's beautiful. Food is great. Love the people. Really, really weird people, most of them. But I have many friends who come from Quebec. And I have one, well, I'd say I have two special friends that are close to me and that I talk hockey with. Luc André Bédard in Montréal and Raphaël Charland in Quebec. See, I mentioned their names. They won't be watching this anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now I'm going to tell you what I think about them. No, I'm not. But those are my two good friends and my hockey buddies. And I'm thinking of them tonight because tonight Montreal is playing their first game, and it's against arch rivals, the Toronto Maple Leafs. I think that's one of the biggest, ugliest derbies, you know, local rivalries in the NHL. There will be, you know, there's Boston too, with Montreal, but Maple Leafs is, you know, those guys hate each other with a passion, at least in hockey. I don't know what other rivalries there are in America and so on. I should know, of course. I don't know if the New York teams are a bit like that, possibly. So it'll be a fun year. It was a short off season. It's going to be a bit of hockey talk in this one. Sorry about that. Short pre-season because the last season was really strange and ended late. the Canadiens, the Montreal Canadiens, who very few people thought would get to the playoffs, actually went all the way to the finals, the Stanley Cup final, and lost against Tampa Bay Lightning, who won their second consecutive Stanley Cup. And they're a contender for going for a third in the row. Montreal, just as even more than last year, is believed to miss the playoffs. So I actually haven't heard anyone say, including the die-hard fans, no one thinks Montreal is going to make the playoffs. But you know, it's some fun sometimes to be rooting for the underdog. Low structural lather, pretty flat. I haven't used this in a long time. This is a vegetal soap, so shea butter and can't remember. Nice scent. Scent is pine, mainly pine, like a sweet pine, sage and vetiver. And it tastes a little bit like clay. It's very, very creamy, very, very soft. Takes a lot of water, but is, as you can see, low density. This is extremely wet. Now let's see if we murdered it or if we can still make it work. I don't think so. I didn't soak the brush, so the brush is absorbing a huge amount of lather. But I think we're getting there. I think we're actually there. Let's do it. So Groom Industries, check them out. When I purchased this, which was 4 years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago, they had only one brand, or one soap, 1 cent. Here we go. Could have changed now, I actually haven't checked. But I think it's groomindustriesgroom.ca or lesindustriesgroom.ca. It's wonderful. And this razor is wonderful too. So I'm doing nothing, not shaking it, anything. And boom, down it goes. So hockey, yeah. In Europe, the leagues have already started. A lot of them. Swedish league is up to 9 games. Plus we have Champions Hockey League, which is quite similar to Champions League in football in structure. So the top teams of a lot of the leagues in Europe qualify to group play, and then there's playoffs. And my team, Frölunda from Gothenburg, Göteborg, they qualified yesterday. They won their group. They beat Helsinki. But that stuff, you know, champions, that's nothing compared to league games and the NHL as well. So we're looking forward to that. I don't think I'll be watching the game. I have some big meetings tomorrow, and it starts at 1 a.m. my time, and will end about 4 a.m. And those hours are usually pretty good to use for sleeping. But we'll see. We are famous for insomnia. So with a bit of luck, I've slept through live shows on Instagram. I used to get quite a few of those because I was just up. Because they would start 2 or 3 a.m. my time, which is horrible. You really should be asleep. But if you can't sleep, you may as well watch something, I figured. But I have slept through those. So we'll see. But anyway, we'll watch the highlight. So the Habs, the Canadians, are playing in the toughest division, the Atlantic division. And the Maple Leafs from Toronto are in the same division, obviously. And let's see, Battery. And their, bets are Maple Leafs are going to win the division. So it's a really, really tough game. And it's back to back. Those two teams, the first two games. So yeah, it'll be fun. It's fun. It's going to be hard, I think, to be a Habs fan this year, but some years are like that. But we beat those Maple Leafs in the first playoff round last year. No one thought the Habs would win, but they did, or we did, or whatever. We're beating the whiskers on Johan's face very nicely too. This is such a good razor. It's incredible. I think I paid €100 for it in an auction. And if you think it looks good or not, in terms of performance, it's worth that many times over. There you go. Hands are a bit slow. What else is new? This thing shades just as well as my Philharmonica 14. And I'm going to say exactly what you paid for that, but it was quite, several times more than this one. But the Philharmonica razors are lookers. They look fantastic. And they're better known, and they're classics. I mean, Eskilstuna as a town, I've never been. I hear it's very nice. It has a canal that goes through town, and there's an old town, I think, and it really is a steel capital of Sweden. And I wonder if there are sort of cutlery or knife museums, and if you can watch some of the old shops, if they've preserved anything. I don't know, it would be interesting. It's a bit of a drive for me. I think it's maybe 3.5 hours or so. So I may check it out. If you're from Eskilstuna or you've been there, just let us know. What's it like from a straight razor point of view? Is there anything to see? Soap in the eye. Soap in the eye. Soap in the eye. I think I told you in normal world, or if the world was normal, I would be landing in Los Angeles right now for a meeting tomorrow with the team, but it's going to be only Americans who go there. Would have been so cool. I've actually never been to Los Angeles either. Or no, I haven't. But that's life. At least we're saving a lot of carbon dioxide emission by not flying all the way over there. So I guess that's good. That's the shave. Boys and girls, we'll rinse, see what that feels like. Oh, it feels good. Yeah. Could be better, a little bit better in some areas, but I'm not going to push it because I don't want to get irritation. Yeah, it was good and close. Good and close. Glenn Close. Wonder what she shaved. I don't know why I even brought that up. None of our business. Aftershave, splash thingy. Can't remember if this is alcohol or whatever it is. I think there's no restrictor, so you get a little bit or nothing. No, a lot. Nothing or a lot. Oh, it smells so good. You get more of the sage, I guess. You know, I'm going to use the balm too. It's going to, if it isn't bad already, no, I don't think so, it's going to go bad. I don't want to put my dirty fingers in that thing, so I'm using a Q-tip. Get a little bit out like that, and there should be plenty, I think. Yeah. That's more pine. Interesting. It's getting colder, so using a moisturizer makes more and more sense for every week now. Put some on the face. Lovely, beautiful. I smell good just before bed, so someone will be happy if they're not asleep already. Anyway, support your local hockey team, whichever it is. For me, it's go Habs! Go Habs! See you soon and stay sharp.